I'm joined by Darren Dougal, United Way Campaign Chair for 2021. Congratulations, Darren.
Thank you, Donna.
So this has been an odd past year, past 14 months for the United Way. Yes, understatement. And I know that they have had to put in a lot of different programs, a lot of pivoting and so on. But there's things that, is there anything where they said, you know, we should have known this before? You're involved a lot with children and youth, especially in that area. What are you finding?
Well, I think I'm finding what a lot of parents are finding, a lot of teachers are finding, a lot of essential workers are finding is that it is an unprecedented time. And it's a time where, to a degree, we could prepare for it, but there were so many unknowns that came at us in so many different directions that it was difficult to be in anything other than reactive mode. And I think United Way has done a great job of showing leadership in rallying the community to get behind some of the initiatives that were having the greatest impact for our friends, families, and family members that needed support.
Absolutely. I've been interviewing people for the past 14 months about this, and they said, hadn't been for the United Way, we never could have got this program off the ground. So, yeah, absolutely. What are some of the programs that you think, even when this is all over, and if it ever is over, we've all had our vaccines, everything, we can go places, we can do things, that you say, you know, we're going to continue that program. It's really needed out there, even under normal times.
Well, I think, you know, it's almost like we're getting back to the basics and saying, like, what do people need to have a hand up in the community? Not a handout necessarily, but a hand up. And the two things that speak to my mind are the essentials: food and shelter. You know, food security is critical amongst young people, amongst seniors, and everybody in between. And shelter, we've seen so many instances in our small community of KFL&A of people, what I would call obviously homeless, people that are out there that are sleeping in tents and sleeping in parks and sleeping on sidewalks, that I think is really eye-opening. And until we get a handle on poverty, and until we get to a point where all of our community has a level playing field, I think those are going to be two critical pieces.
I was hoping you'd say that because that's always my take on it too. Yeah, get those basic needs, and it was an eye-opener for, I think, all of us, just how critical the need was. So you've got a big challenge ahead of you, although I understand last year was better than they thought it was going to be.
You know, the pandemic has demonstrated two things. Number one, how vulnerable we are as human beings, but also how kind, compassionate, and generous we can be. And the Kingston, Frontenac, Lennox, and Addington community has been unbelievable. It's just been amazing, the support, the way they've reached out and called without prompting to the United Way and other social service agencies and said, what can I do to help? And I think that's going to be the legacy of this pandemic. Yes, we've learned a lot of lessons about how to protect ourselves from a health perspective, but the community stepping up and saying, what can I do to support my family, my friends, my neighbors, the people that are going to benefit from the United Way?
It seemed that way. The more stories I read, it was really, I hate to use the term heartwarming, but it was. In these things that popped up to fill a need, it was, and then the United Way was right there for them, looking after them. So fundraising was successful, and it will continue to be successful. And any big changes that you're planning for this year, or do we have to wait till the fall to find out?
Well, all the surprises will be in the fall for sure. But, you know, the United Way has been a leader in Canada in terms of brand recognition and in terms of the way that it can motivate and build capacity in our community. And I think as the chair of the campaign, I get to be the face of the campaign, but the work that's done in workplaces by volunteers that are working incredibly hard now to ready us for the campaign. And at the end of the day, it's the donors. It's the people that reach into their wallets, reach into their bank accounts and say, you know, I want to help my friends, I want to help my neighbors, I want to help my family in the most meaningful way and in a way that I can see the impact in my day-to-day life. That's really what the United Way represents in our community.
Absolutely. And again, congratulations on your new post. And will you come back and keep us up to date on what's happening?
I will do for sure, Donna. I'm really looking forward to it. I think this is a great community to stand in front of and stand behind. I'm honored and happy to be part of the United Way campaign again this year.
Thank you very much. Take care. Have a great day.
Thank you.